everyone. So in my earlier lecture I have described how a Gaussian is formed in a random walk in one dimension. So in this lecture I am going to talk about different boundary condition of random walks. So there are several boundary conditions, like the unbiased case, when the probability of going on to the left and probability of going to the right is equal, and there is second case which is biased case, and we can also apply PVC unbiased and Hardwell biased. We can also apply Hardwell boundary condition. We can apply Hardwell on one side and unbiased, and Hardwell on one side biased, and Hardwell unbiased, PVC biased. There are several cases, and also observing boundary conditions. So there are I have written a codes of all of these boundary with all of these boundary conditions. So today I am going to show you how the Gaussian will propagate or move, or how the Gaussian behavior behaves in these random walks. So as you already know that in random walk we will finally get, after a large number of steps, we will get a Gaussian distribution. So if you start taking the probability distribution of that steps after n steps, so you will get the Gaussian distribution. And so in this lecture I am going to show you the animation of how the Gaussian will behave with this type of particular boundary conditions. So let's start with the unbiased case, so which is the case 1. So now so what I have to do is, basically in unbiased case, what do you know, that the P probability of going to the right and Q the probability going to the left is basically equal. So what we will expect, so the Gaussian will get a Gaussian after a large number of steps from the binomial distribution, because P and Q are equal, and for large number in the binomial distribution will approach to a Gaussian distribution, and that the Gaussian will be having zero mean, because it is an unbiased case. So probability of going to the left and probability going to the right will be equal. So that's why its mean is basically 0. So now if you open GNU plot and load this thing, so this is the unbiased case. The probability of going to the left and right are equal. So what we will expect, that the width of the Gaussian will increase and the height of the Gaussian will decrease, but area under the curve is always same. So as you can see that the width of the Gaussian is increasing, but height is decreasing, and eventually it will be flatter and flatter. Now as you can see, it is going to be flatter and flatter. So on the x-axis I have plotted the position of the walker, and here n is basically the number of steps taken. So after 700 step and 710 or 40, 50, these are the number of after that many number of step I am plotting the histogram, and this is the probability distribution after n step, and this is a unbiased random walk. So as you can see, eventually it's becoming flatter. Now as you can see, there is a height is eventually a little bit higher, but as n increases, it will the width of the Gaussian will increase and the height will decrease. So as expected from your theory. So now next go to the another case. So this is the unbiased case. So as you can see, one thing you can see is basically from here. So let's redo this. So one thing, as you can see, the Gaussian has zero mean, right? So this is 0. So the Gaussian eventually has zero mean, and as the Gaussian is not propagating on left or right, it is about 0. The Gaussian mean is about 0. So the Gaussian is evolving around mean 0. So it is not propagating anywhere, either on left or right. It is not propagating. So it has only 0 mean. So this is the unbiased case. So now next case is, let's do the biased one. So quit this, and then case 2. So here I have given a biasing, I have given the condition to be a biased random walk For that I somehow give the probability of going to the right is get a 0.6 and probability of going to the left is basically 0.4. So the total probability P plus Q is basically has to be 1. So that is the rule of probability. So you can't avoid that. You can't violate that rule. So one side I have given a probability larger than the other side. So it's a biased random walk. So what you will expect is basically the Gaussian will propagate along the biasing direction. So let's see. So let's load that. So now as you can see, so I have given a bias on this right hand side. About P is equal to 0.6. So P is the probability of going to the right. So I have given the bias condition P to be 0.6 and probability of going to the left is 0.4. So eventually P is greater than Q. So the Gaussian is moving along the right side. So this is the biasing condition, and here also I have plotted the probability distribution after n steps and the position of the worker, and n is the total number of steps. So as the steps increases, so as we can see the Gaussian width increases as n increases, and also it is propagating along the biasing direction. So P is 0.6, so which is the probability of going to the right side. So that is the biasing case of the random walk. So next, let's see what we have. So next is basically, let's say PBC. Let's do something the hard wall case. So we should expect something. So let's see the PBC case first. Case 3, which is PBC unbiased. Let's open GNU plot. So here I apply PBC. So what we will expect? Let's see. Okay, sorry for that. Okay, so I have to compile the code. I forgot to compile it. So let's compile it. So okay, so histo.dat already is there. So let's remove the histo.dat and then just compile the code. So it will take some time. So in PBC unbiased case, what we will expect is basically, so we have PBC in both direction. So what we will expect, so the simple system will evaluate as infinite system. So eventually the distribution which is supposed to be Gaussian, but with this PBC boundary condition it will eventually become a uniform distribution. So you will see that how it becomes a uniform distribution from this animation. So that then your idea will be clear. So this is the case where I applied the PBC unbiased. So the system is unbiased. So means the probability of going to the right P and probability of going to the left Q is basically equal, but I have applied the PBC. So with this PBC condition, it will eventually become a uniform distribution. So if you load this code, so as you can see, eventually it becoming a uniform distribution. So this is almost 0.6. So this is becoming a uniform distribution. And here also I have plotted the probability of probability distribution after n step, and here is the position of the worker on x-axis, and this is basically unbiased random walk in PBC. So n is the total number of step, and after n step I just plotted the probability distribution. So now here there is no point of decreasing width or something, because it is basically a periodic boundary condition is there, so we don't need to take care about that, and also the Gaussian will be not there because I have applied PBC. So next let's do it. So what's next is basically case 4. So hard wall bias. So this case is basically very interesting. So here what I have done is basically I have applied a hard wall on one side, and I applied bias boundary condition. So what we will do is basically, let's say the bias direction is along right side, and the biasing probability is basically 0.6, and let's say I apply a hard wall on the biasing direction. So what we will do is basically it will go up to the hard wall, and then it will eventually become an exponential distribution. So what you will expect is basically, because it can't go after that hard wall, so eventually, but it has a probability, it has a tendency of going to the right hand side because I have given the biased condition. Then so that's why it will become a exponential distribution. So So as you can see, so here as you can see here at 20 we have the hard wall, so eventually it is becoming a exponential distribution, as you can see, and it approaches its steady states, and as you can see it's evolving, right? It's not its equilibrium state. So steady state and equilibrium state are not the same. So equilibrium state means it is not, the system is not evolving, but in steady state it can evolve. So it is basically evolving, as you can see. So this is the hard wall. So we have hard wall on this side, and also here we applied a bias on this side. So that's with these two conditions it is becoming a exponential distribution. And here also along the x-axis we have the probability distribution after n step, and along y-axis we have the probability distribution after n steps, and along x-axis we have the position of the worker, and n is the after n step we are plotting the probability distribution. So here as you can see it is evolving. So it's becoming a steady state. So now next, okay, so let's say hard wall on one side and unbiased case. So let's see what happens to unbiased case. Okay, so let's see. So GNU plot, let's open it. Okay, it is taking some time. Okay, let's do one thing. I have the plot, so I can just show you from here, which is basically this case. So here I have applied unbiased condition, that means P is equal to Q, but there is a hard wall. So as you can see, it will be a Gaussian, and because we have a hard wall here at 0, so it will become a Gaussian and will decrease with increasing width and decreasing height. So there is no biasing direction along P or Q. So we have only a hard wall at 0. So it is becoming. So that's why we are getting only this half side of the Gaussian, because we have a hard wall on this side. So we are not getting the other side of that Gaussian distribution. But it is eventually it is decreasing its height, and its height is increasing. Its width is increasing. So eventually at 0th step, it is basically a delta function, because the position of the probability of finding the particle at step 0 is basically 1. So it will be that x is equal to 0. But eventually if we increase the number of steps, so it will the probability, the height of the distribution will decrease, and it will eventually approach a Gaussian distribution, and we are getting the half side of the Gaussian because we have a hard wall at 0. And then it is an unbiased case. As you can see, it is not moving along this side or this side. It has if we consider the full Gaussian, if you imagine the Gaussian half side of the Gaussian here, so you can imagine that the mean is equal to basically 0. So not this distribution, if you imagine the other half also. So this is the hard wall one side. So let's do case 6. So this is basically hard wall one side and biased. So here I have applied the hard wall in this side, and the biasing direction is along this. So as there is a hard wall at 0 and biasing direction is in this direction, so the Gaussian will move in this direction, and eventually its height will decrease, and it will also increase. So it will follow the diffusion drift equation basically. So this is the biased random walk with hard wall. So let's see the case 7. So this is the unbiased hard wall. So eventually it will also approach to the uniform distribution. So as you can see, it is approaching the uniform distribution. Hard wall on both sides. Okay. Okay, let's see the so let's see the PBC biased. Okay, so let's see if we have the PBC biased condition. So PBC biased case, as you can see, we have PBC and also we have the biasing condition. So eventually it will approach this distribution. So this is all so for today. So this is several types of random walks with different boundary condition. and this is with several boundary condition, and you can also apply other boundary condition, and also you can check the distribution and plot the distribution, and also you can make the animation. So this is the basic idea about random walk, and how the Gaussian moves, and how the Gaussian will follow the diffusion dip equation and other things. So I have uploaded a video on how the Gaussian will form in a random walk. So this is my second lecture on this. So we will several boundary condition of random walk. So as you can see, and your idea will be more clear about this random walk condition. So you have already read the theory of random walk in several books of statistical mechanics, but you haven't visualized things like this way. So I thought that it will be very helpful to apply several boundary condition and plot the distribution of random walk in different with different boundary condition. So thank you for watching my videos, and also if you if you want to know many things about physics through visualize them to the power of computation, I have uploaded many videos on that. So you can always go to my YouTube page, and if you are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel to motivate me, and thank you.